Good morning. I'm just sitting here laughing today. As you can see, I'm all ready to go, and it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't really have anything to do until 8. So, actually, I was up. Oh, believe it or not, I was actually up at I think it was about 4:30. Yeah, it was about 4:30, quarter till 5. I could not sleep. My right shoulder was still hurting. It's been hurting for a while. I have a kind of a persistent pain here now. And I got up. I was only up for about maybe 20-30 minutes, and then I laid down in my easy recliner, and fell asleep, and slept from about 5:30 until about 20 minutes ago, about a quarter till 7. So, yeah, I was out for 75 minutes. So I got up, got ready, changed. I have my angry little mermaid on today. Resting beach face. Yeah, she's not angry, she just looks that way. Oh, God. So, it's quiet, it's cool. I have to run out and get my elbow pads today. And my equipment will be all complete. And I'm still thinking of doing a little bit of shopping. I'm not real certain yet. There's something I would like to get, and I don't know if I will. I'm thinking about it heavily. It's something that I could actually use during skating practice, and it could come in kind of handy. Yeah, I'm being weird today. Lack of sleep will do that. Actually, I got pretty good sleep last night. I cannot complain. I got pretty good sleep until I woke up at quarter after 4:30, and couldn't fall back to bed. Should know better. So, what's happening? I actually came within, I think I'm like about 100 words from finishing the I think I'm about 100 words from finishing chapter 14. I was actually going to do that last night, but here comes the but. I went out. It's actually chapter 15. I'm actually ready to finish up the team meeting. I'm only about 100 words from finishing that up. That's the first scene in Samhain Racing. See, this is where my mind is not working correctly. And then I go to the next scene, which is the actual race itself. And then there's a third scene where we finish up, and that'll take us into chapter 16, where something rather interesting will occur. Yeah. But I didn't finish it up because I went out to have tacos because it was my anniversary. I went out to have tacos, and the place I went to was just slammed. And so I ended up actually waiting about 35-40 minutes to get served, which I didn't mind because I'm kind of a regular there, so it didn't bother me. And I had a really good dinner of braised rib with a chipotle sauce and rice and jalapeno peppers and onions. It was delicious, and I had 2 margaritas. So by the time I actually got back here, it was about 9:30 at night. I had not intended on being out that late. I actually left the apartment here about I think it was just like right around 6 p.m. And I only have to walk. It's like a 5-minute walk to get to where I'm going. I did not get served until 7, and just took my time eating and everything else, and it was fun. But yeah, it was about 9:30 when I got back here. And I was kind of woozy, so I did a few things, and none of them involved writing. So I have, this afternoon, I have no recaps, nothing to do. So I want to get that scene finished, and I want to get it. My goal today is to write at least 1,000 words in the new scene. That's my goal for today. I've been really kind of lazy about writing of late. So I want to get that in. I want to get that done. If I can get about 1,000 words into the next scene, that'll actually propel me closer toward the end of that chapter. And because next week is going to be, yep, I got a 2-hour recap I have to write. Yeah, one of my shows, it's good. They like to do the 2-hour season finale, and it's like, oh my god, you know, those are always a pain in the butt to do. So I've got, you know, essentially 3 recaps to write next week. I've got 2 nights of practice, and then we have bout review, which starts at 6:30. Yeah. So from like 6:30, I think it's like 6:30 to 9, we have bout review. So yeah, my first 3 nights are pretty much packed up. Monday and Tuesday night, I mean, I can write, but I'll probably end up writing a couple of my recaps on Monday and Wednesday night, and maybe I'll finish the other Monday and Tuesday night, and maybe I'll finish the 3rd one on Wednesday. So it's kind of likely I won't get around. I don't know. I can actually write 1 recap tomorrow, and then do another on Monday, and do another on Tuesday. So that would mean when I get home from bout review on Wednesday, I can actually work on the novel. I can actually work on some of the novel on Sunday as well. So fortunately, the one show is done with, so I won't have to worry about that for like probably about 2 months. I don't think I'll have to worry about it until about mid-August. So I can take a bit of a break. And then my other show will be done in 5 weeks. So I'll probably have about a month off. But I do need to finish up a couple of things in the recapping world that I promised I would do. And likely during the month of September, I'll recap limited edition. I'll recap a very short 6-episode Amazon feature. Yeah, I know. What are you doing, Cassie? I don't know. But you know what? There's another anniversary coming up next Sunday. Yeah. Let me check this. Yeah. Another anniversary coming up next Sunday, and you know what that is? It is the 1-year anniversary of when I started the current novel, which is now sitting at 186,352 words. This is a major difference from the last 2 novels I wrote. because I wrote the first novel in a little over 500 days. I wrote the second novel, I think it was 434 days. So, and the first novel we know was like 425,000 words. The second novel was like 350, somewhere around there. Or maybe it's the other way around, 450 and 325,000. And here I am, I have not broken the 200,000 mark yet. And I'm a year into it. So what's been going on? What is wrong with your lazy ass, you may say. Just as you know, I mean, I haven't been silent and I haven't been hiding the fact that I've been doing a lot more outside. I was involved all last summer while writing, while starting a novel. I was involved last summer with the Clinton campaign. And then, after the election, I kind of fell into like a month-long depression where not much got done. And then I got involved in some activism, which took time. And now I've kind of like slowed up on a lot of the activism because, let's face it, there was quite a lot of activism out there and I was jumping into it all. But unfortunately, a lot of the activists just did not know what the hell was going on. So I've been kind of moving away from some of the activist groups simply because a few of them that I was associated with just didn't have well-defined objectives. They really didn't seem to know what they were going to do. And one group I want to stay involved with, I don't hear from that much. It's just kind of weird. I don't hear from them that much at all. So I gotta kind of check in with them and see what the hell's going on. I think I missed the last meeting. I may have, I may not. I don't know. And now, coming up now on 6 weeks, as one person called me, you're becoming a derby goddess. No, I'm not. I'm not a derby goddess. I can barely skate. In my new skates. Ay. Oh, man. I was all over the floor. Those things, they're wobbly. No, the skates themselves are not wobbly. The person inside the skates is still a bit wobbly. I just don't know what it is. I just need to practice more and more and more because I feel like I'm always going to fall. I guess that's the problem. I feel like I'm on the verge of falling a lot. Just not enough confidence yet. I really need to get confidence. There's a good meme, and it's kind of me. It's what you think you're going to do. It shows two things for derby. It shows what you think you're going to do, and there's, the girl is just skating along like she's been doing this forever, and then there's what you're really going to do, and she's face planting on the ground, which is really kind of, yeah. I had a pretty good fall. That's why my shoulder is hurting again. I thought that was done with, and then Wednesday night I took a fall, and I went down and stopped myself. But man, when I felt it go right through my shoulder. It's just, you take that impact because you go down pretty hard. And of course I'm falling forward. I need to learn to just really go to my knees more and then sit back as I fall so that I take all the impact in my pads. But yeah, that hurt. I was like, oh, my shoulder. Yes, I have like it is. It's like there's this persistent pain right here in my shoulder from taking too many jarring falls. And then some of you are probably going, "Don't do that." You know, this is going to be Annie's world because there's going to be roller witches, derby witches in the next book. They're going to form their own derby league based on stuff that's coming out of Europe and Canada. Yay! Oh yay! Yeah, we got derby girls up there. Yeah, they're witches. And I'll have to work out the backstory about that. You'll discover that this was actually something that the witches used to do. And believe it or not, the Great Hall is actually big enough. I have to measure it out, but I think the dining hall is actually big enough that they could clear off all the furniture and actually have them perform it in there, because that's a pretty big place. And I know how big a derby track is now, so I could actually put a derby track inside the Great Hall and inside the dining hall, and have them work out there. And Annie will be out there in her Cyrnos green outfits. I wonder if she'll have weird makeup. I wonder if she'll do mermaid makeup. Yeah. Annie. We'll see. My sweet little Bulgarian witch. So. But, yeah, I'm actually... Feels like a broken nail. Nope. Thought I did. Yeah, next Sunday will be 1 year. I don't know. Maybe I'll be over 190,000 words by then. I really do hope so. I'm at 186. I need 4,000 words. I could do 4,000 words in the next week. I'm just going to have to push myself. And once I get out of this chapter, I've only got, realistically speaking, I've got like 5 scenes left to do, and then Act 1 is over. You know, that's it. Act 1 is over. I'm done. It gives you an idea of how big the book is, because the first book, each act, the first 2 acts were 150,000 words each. The last act was 125,000 words. For the second book, the first act was 86,000 words. I remember that because it was like, wow, this goes so fast. And then each act after that was right around 140,000 words, something like that. Not even that, because it was about 125,000 words each. I'm just finishing up, getting close. I'm 5 scenes away, maybe 10,000 words away from finishing Act 1 in this novel, and I'm going to be right around the 200,000 word mark. And believe it or not, I think Act 2 is going to be just about as long, if not longer. Act 2 is going to be about 200,000 words. So Act 3 will probably be the shortest, but it's still going to be over 100,000 words. That's why it said, I believe this novel will run over 500,000 words. And I could still be working on this novel a year from now. I probably will. It's probably going to take me a good 2 years, maybe 2.5, to write this novel. This will be the big one. I mean, it took almost a year and a half to write the first one, so it'll take close to 2.5 years to write this one. Man, yeah. Basically, it's a life project. Makes me wonder sometimes if I will ever get them all finished, because I know the D-Level novel will be a pretty big novel as well. There's so much that happens in that one. Believe me, I know. I've got it plotted out. Of all the novels, really the F novel and the E novel are probably going to be the shortest, and they'll still probably be over 250, 300,000 words. So we'll see. Yeah, I gotta keep coming up with reasons to bring the Phoenix. She'll just show up. Hi, how you guys doing? Oh, go away, Fee. And I will tell you, you will get to see her. She will show up again at the end of this novel. She'll have a talk with her, with my favorite kids, and kind of becoming her favorite kids too. She loves to chat with them. She will show up in the F novel, and I know exactly where she's going to show up in the F novel. The E novel, yeah, she does show up as well in that one. The D novel is the only one I haven't figured out where she's going to show up and why. Because I have to have a good reason for it. Good old Fee, you know. She's a lot better than a Sorting Hat. And a lot more mischievous, and in some ways a bit more malevolent. Sorting Hat's just a freaking hat. You sit up there and you spend the entire year thinking about the song you're going to sing, which is going to be a different song than you've sung for like the last 1,000 years. Woo. And Fee's just going, oh, really? You spent an entire year dreaming of songs. Wow, you have it rough, kid. Yeah, Fee. Good old Phoenix. So, should I have a big celebration next week? I don't know what to do. Anniversary for my novel, what should I do? I've never had one before. If I had a novel to sell. I know, Jesus, I'm so bad. I should just put something out with a blank cover on it. You know I can't do that. I'm such a stickler about this crap. Oh well. So here we are. Yeah, just slip sliding away. Don't know what I'm gonna do today. Just being goofy. Really am. It's in my nature. But yeah, I'm still working. I'm still moving on. Want to get out of racing. I actually feel like I almost feel like I shouldn't have done this part of the novel, but it was needed. It really was needed, and it brought Annie's parents here. And now that they're here, there's a really good reason for them to be here. So, you know, mostly to make Carrie feel uncomfortable and for Annie to show off her ring, which does not fool Pavlina. Yeah, Pavlina. You will see that. She's going to pop up and talk about the fact that she's not fooled by the fact that her daughter is wearing a ring on her left ring finger, and trying to blow it off as, oh, well, I'm right-handed, Papa. That's why I have the ring on my left finger. Yeah, Pavlina knows her daughter. Pavlina knows her daughter. She knows that story is bullshit. But she doesn't want to tell Victor, because, be like, Victor, what Annie told you about wearing the ring on her finger, that's falsehood. What do you mean? She's wearing it because she wants people to know she's taken. Taken? So she is engaged? Well, not exactly, but let's just call it proto-engaged. She's engaged to that boy? She wants to marry that boy? Yeah. That's the thing. Pavlina knows her daughter. Pavlina knows her daughter. She knows Annie. She knows that Carrie's name has been in that book since, right before she turned 9 years old. She knows that Annie told Carrie during her 10th birthday, when she turned 10, that she was a witch. She did. We know this. During one of her dreams, she told Carrie, I'm actually a witch. Carrie didn't know how to handle that bit of information, because, he did know by that time that Annie was a real person. But having her tell him, well, I'm really a witch, let's just say Carrie wasn't quite certain how to handle that information. He just didn't know. Victor, on the other hand, only knew Carrie as the ginger-haired boy right up until even after Annie went to school. It was up to Pavlina before Annie came back for her first Yule holiday during her A-level that she actually told Victor the boy's name is Carrie Malaby. So Victor's completely in the dark of all this shit. He knows that Annie has been seeing Carrie in her dream, but he just figures it's like, oh, she sees him in his dreams. It's one of those things that happens to witches. He doesn't realize that they're like doing things in their dreams, going on adventures and stuff like that. He just thinks, they see stuff. So he doesn't really comprehend the level of seriousness, and he doesn't know about the name being in the book. Yeah. That would be, he knows Annie's got the book. He probably is a bit suspicious as to whether or not that name is actually in there. Victor is like a lot of fathers. He just doesn't realize that their daughters tend to mature early, and they're not quite as flighty as people would like you to believe. I mean, some girls are. Let's just face it. Some girls are. But a lot of girls, they're already starting to get kind of focused on what they want to do in their early teens. I mean, before my daughter changed her idea of her major, and she changed that in the last, she was about 15 when she changed that. But before that, she was wanting to go into art and become a graphics art major. And she was already, like at 13 and a half and 14, she was already looking at schools around North America that offered graphic art design degrees. So, there she was at 14 already contemplating her future. And then a couple of years ago, when right around the time she turned 16, she decided, no, I want to become an endodemiologist. And okay. So, still, she knows what she wanted to do. Annie's the same way. Annie is a serious little girl. She knows what she wants to do, and she goes for it. Carrie knows, he knows by now. They're getting married. There's no getting around that. They know, and he does not mind. And the fact that he bought her a ring is kind of... they've already talked about the fact that they're married. He can't buy her an engagement ring. It would just look too strange. 13-year-old boy going, yes, I'd like to look at a diamond engagement ring. It's not going to happen. So this is kind of Carrie's way of telling Annie, yes, we are together. Yes, let's kind of make it official, but yes, let's not put it all the way out there yet. They know they're going to get married, and Annie wearing her ring is sort of a symbolic gesture to let everyone else know, yeah, I'm taken. Yeah, leave me the fuck alone. Don't come at me. But it is. It really is. It's not an engagement ring, but it is. But they won't be officially engaged until, like Annie says, even Carrie said it, she wants an astral etching. But Annie follows that up with, pretty much as soon as you learn how to do an astral etching, I'm going to want to get engaged. So, if Carrie learns how to do an astral etching in, say, the next 6 months, Annie will go home at the end of their sea levels and she'll be an engaged girl. Look at what I have, Mama. See? Look at what I have. Carrie did this for me. Oh, we are together forever. And Victor will see that because, he's got astral sight to it. He'll see that. He's like, what's that on your finger? What did you do? You're too young to get married to this boy. Papa, I'm not going to marry him tomorrow. I will wait until 18, maybe 17. Oh, man. It's the Kurilovi family. They're a laugh a minute. Almost as much fun as when Carrie tells his parents, Mom, Dad, guess what? What, Carrie? I got engaged. What? You're 14 years old. You can't get engaged. Not without her permission. I don't need your permission. I got engaged. I'm marrying Annie. We're going to have little witches together. She's already told me. We're going to go live in France, and she has little witches in her belly. Yeah, that's going to be a big day in the Malaby family household. Oh boy. Yeah. You think Louise is having trouble with her son being a witch? Well, I'll just wait until her son, the witch, marries that girl who writes The Witch, and they have a brood full of little witches. Yeah, just wait for that one. Let's see how they handle it. Let's see how Louise handles that one. Don't you have any normal kids? No, Mom, they're all witches. That's what happens when two witches marry. They have witches for kids. They're all little witches. Eee, little witches running around. Grandma, look at the spell I learned. Grandma, isn't that fun? Honey, you set Grandma on fire. I told you not to do that. No, I told her to do that. Shut up, Annie. Did you tell me to shut up? And on that, it's time to go. I'll talk to you guys later. See you around. Bye.